Welcome to the maths class. Students, we have started the topic limits and we have completed its all objectives, that is introduction of limits, second method to find limit of different types of algebraic function, third limits of t functions, then fourth limit of exponential and logarithmic functions, fifth, limit of a function using H method. Today we are going to start with the next topic of the chapter, that is a continuity of a function at a point. Now first of all, let's discuss continuity. Let f be a function defined from D to R where D is a subset of R, that is a real number, be any interval, and let y is equal to fx. Now, function f is continuous if its graph can be drawn without lifting the pen from the plane of paper. So in other words, we can say that if its graph is a single unbroken curve with no holes or jumps, then it is called continuous. Let's see some graphs of it. Now look at the first one. Here the curve is continuous in this interval. If you want to find the further values, it will be continuous like this only. So it is not broken within this interval. So it is called continuous graph. Now look at the second figure. In this graph is started from here. Say this is the point A. This is the point B. Same here, it is A and B. This graph is not broken within the interval. So it is a continuous graph. In this case, it is a straight line, but in the middle there is hole is there. It means graph is not continuous at this point in the interval. Say this is the point C. So we can say that it is not continuous. Now look at the third graph. Here the line is totally broken. First line completed till here and second started from here. So this is the gap between the lines, or you can say that between the curve. So it is not continuous. So remember, continuous means single unbroken curve with no holes or jumps. Now continuous function. Next is a function from f d to r is said to be continuous at c if limit x tending to c positive of fx is equal to limit x tending to c negative fx is equal to fc. This is the definition of the continuous function. In the sums, we will use the same concept. Now, this is a right hand limit. This is a left hand limit. When we have to check in, C positive means right, C negative means left. And FC, we have to check three values. If we have to check the continuity at this point, we will check its left hand value, right hand value, and the value at this point. If all these values are equal, only then function is continuous, otherwise it is discontinuous. So, discontinuous function, a function is said to be discontinuous at x equal to c if it is not continuous at x equal to c. So, two conditions are there. Firstly, either right hand limit is not equal to left hand limit, or second case may be there, right hand limit and left hand limit are equal, but the value of the function at that point is not equal. Now, let's do some example based on it. For example, show that the function is divided into three parts. So firstly, it is equal to 3x square minus 2 if x is greater than 0 and less than equal to 1. So fx equal to 2x square minus x if value of x lies between 1 and less than equal to 2. So it is equal to 5x minus 4 if x is greater than 2. And we have to show that this function is continuous at x equal to 2. We have to check the continuity at 2. Now function is divided into 3 parts. We have to select the function according to the question. Now for checking limit continuity at 2, so these two functions will give us the values. First function is of no use for this question. So let's start with the question. Firstly, we will check the left hand limit and right hand limit. So left hand limit is limit x approaches to 2 negative of fx. Now 2 negative means, this is the value 2. 2 negative means we have to move to the left of 2. It means less than 2. So look at these two functions. For less than 2, we have to consider the function 2x square minus x, and for greater than 2, we have to select the function 5x minus 4. So for greater than 2 means this function will give us the value for right hand limit and this will give us the value for left hand limit. So put the value of fx here. It is limit x tending to 2 negative 2x square minus x. Now here limit is 2 negative, so we will use the h method. So put x is equal to 2 minus h. Now as x approaches to 2, h approaches to 0. So we get here limit h approaches to 0. In place of x, put the value. So 2 into 2 minus h whole square minus again x in place of x 2 minus h. Now apply the limit. So it becomes 2 into 2 minus 0 whole square minus 2 minus 0. So here we get 4. So 2 into 4 is equal to 8 minus 2. So answer is 6. So in the left hand side we get 6. Now let's start with the right hand limit. Now right hand limit x approaches to 2 positive fx. Now limit x approaches to 2 positive, put the value of fx. Value of fx is 5x minus 4. So here put x is equal to 2 plus h. Now as x approaches to 2, h approaches to 0. Now limit become limit h approaching to 0. 5 into in place of x put the value, so it is 2 plus h minus 4. Now apply the limit. So as h approaches to 0, we get 5 into 2 plus 0 minus 4. On simplifying, here 5 into 2 will be 10 minus 4. So answer is 6. Now here left hand limit and right hand limit are equal. So we will check the value of the function at x equal to 2 to check the continuity. Now for x equal to 2, here equal to sign is there. So we will, for equal to 2, we will take the same function. Now f of 2 is equal to, we will put the value in 2x square minus x. In place of x, we have to put 2. So we get 2 into 2 square minus 2. So it will become 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. Now you can see that left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to the value of the function at point 2 is same. So As all these values are equal, hence f is continuous at x is equal to 2. Now let's discuss next example. Discuss the continuity of fx is equal to 1 minus cos 2x upon x square for x not equal to 0 and fx is equal to 5 when x equal to 0. So we have to check the continuity at x is equal to 0. Now here not equal to 0 means when x is less than 0 or x is greater than 0. In both cases, we will consider the first function. And for x equal to 0, we will get the value of function that is 5. Now, let's start with the left hand limit. Now, left hand limit is equal to limit x tending to 0 negative of fx. Now here put the value of fx, it is 1 minus cos 2x upon x square. So when you change the limit 0 negative till 0, so put x equal to 0 minus h. As x approaches to 0, h will also approach to 0. Now here limit h approaching to 0, 1 minus cos 2 in place of x put the value, so it is 0 minus h. So on simplifying, here we will get cos of minus 2h. Now in cos, we know that it is an even function, so minus sign will be absorbed, so we get only cos 2h. So it converted into 1 minus cos 2h upon h square. Now we are having the identity that is 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sin square theta. So apply this identity. So we get limit h approaches to 0, it will become 2 sin square h upon h square. Now, and the limit is approaching to 0 and sin h is there upon h. So we know that its limit is limit h approaches to 0 sin theta upon theta is equal to 1. Here theta is approaching to 0. If the angle of the sine and the denominator terms are same, so it will become 1. So 2 into sin h upon h whole square, its value will be 1. So answer is coming out to be 2. Same steps are there in the right hand limit also. Now in right hand limit, limit x approaches to 0 of fx. Again same function is there. So limit x approaches to 0 positive 1 minus cos 2x upon x square. Now as put x equal to 0 plus h. As x approaches to 0, h approaches to 0. So limit h approaching to 0, 1 minus cos 2 in place of x put the value. So it is 0 plus h upon 0 plus h whole square. So here we get 1 minus cos 2h upon h square. Same formula will be used here. It changes into cos 2h upon h square. So on applying the formula, we get 2 sin square h upon h square. So equal to limit h approaches to 0. Here same limit formed. So sin h upon h whole square. Its value will be 1. So answer is 2. Now left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Now we have to check the value of a function at 0. Now from the statement you can see that when x is equal to 0, value of the function is 5. So we get f0 is equal to 5. Now left hand limit and right hand limit are equal, but value of the function is not same at 0. So it is not equal. As these three values are not equal, so function is not continuous. we can say that f is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Now, let's discuss one more example in which we have to find the value of k when function is already continuous given. So, find the value of k so that fx is equal to kx square if x is less than equal to 2 and fx is equal to 3 if x is greater than 2 is continuous at x equal to 2. Now given function is continuous at x equal to 2 and we have to find the value of the k. This is the second type sum of the topic. So here function is continuous, it means left hand limit, right hand limit and value of the function at point 2 are same. So here x less than 2 means it is gives the value for the left hand limit function and x greater than 2 means it gives us the value for the function for right hand limit. Let's start the sum. So left hand limit is equal to limit x approaches to 2 negative of fx. Put the value of fx for less than 2 it is kx square. So it will become kx square. Now put x is equal to 2 minus h. As x approaches to 2, h will approach to 0. So limit h approaches to 0, k into in place of x put the value. So it is 2 minus h whole square. Now as h approaches to 0, we get k into 2 minus 0 square. So on simplifying, 2 square is 4. So answer of left hand limit is 4k. Now right hand limit. Limit x approaches to 2 positive of fx. So value of fx is 3 for x greater than 2. So here we will write down the 3. So no x values are there. So answer will become 3 only. Now for x equal to 2. Equal to sign is here. So we will consider the same value for the value of the function at point 2. So f2 will become k into in place of x we will put the value. So it is 2 square. So answer is 4k. As f is continuous at x equal to 2. So all these values are equal. So put the value. It is 4k. Right hand limit is 3 and value of the function at point 2 is 4k. Now on simplifying, 4k is equal to 3. So from here we will get the value of k, that is 3 by 4. So students, I hope you understand this concept of continuity and its application. Now you are able to solve sums related to these types given in your SNAP homework. So go through the links for proper understanding. Rest we will continue our next class. Thank you.